When you're plotting from your Model tab here, there are some lovely new tools in AutoCAD Mechanical 2010. Now you'll notice I've got a very basic title block here made up of lines and polylines, and there's a circle there indicating the insertion point there of the title block. Now what I'm going to do is delete all of the objects that make up that title block. You might think I'm mad, but let me show you why. Let's just do a crossing selection on all the objects that make up the title block like that, or, thinking about it, I want to keep the circle. Watch. I'll hit escape there. If I go this way and do a window selection, it'll only select the whole objects encompassed by the window, thus leaving the circle where it is. Press the delete key on the keyboard, they're all gone. I need that circle because I need the center snap as my insertion point. Now, if I go to the Annotate tab on the ribbon here, and go right to the end to Layout and click on the flyout there, I've got Title Border. I can specify a default drawing border with a title block. And what that allows me to do is select something like an A3, ISO title block A, at a scale of 1:1. And what I can do there is I can move the objects into my title block as soon as I put the title block in. So if I click on OK now, I'm going to utilize that center snap right there, so click, there's my title block. I've also got attributes associated with that title block. I'll just OK that. I won't worry about boring you with all the detail, but I can now select the objects to go into my title block. So it's a click, drag, click, right click to confirm, and that can go straight into my title block like that. Exactly how I want it. Now that's placed that straight in there. Now if I just zoom out slightly, I can delete that circle now. I'll select that and delete it. And I can now just move the rest of these scale areas and the objects inside them. Now I could have selected lots of objects there and brought them all across in one go, but they weren't arranged the way I wanted them to be. So it's just a case of move, like so, right click, move, pick a base point, and I'll just drop that there like so. Same again, right click, repeat move, select the objects to move, and it's just a case of picking the base points and moving them across. And then last but not least is my cutaway view. So right click, repeat move, select the objects, right click, base point, drag and click. So there's my objects all sitting nicely now on my 1:1 title block in model space. Now it may be that I need to do an override, a scale override. Now if you haven't got your menu bar installed, go to the quick access toolbar and click on Show Menu Bar here. It's saying Hide Menu Bar because I've already got my menu bar showing. If I just hit Escape to lose that menu. If I now go to the View pull down on the menu bar and go to Viewports and Scale Monitor, I can hover over each scale area. That's 1:1. That's 1:1. Watch the scale monitor there. That's 1:1. That's 1:1. If I hover over the title block and the area inside the title block, that is also 1:1. I'll just press return to finish there. And what I can do now is I can actually start looking at doing some scale overrides. It may be that my cutaway view here needs to be overridden. It might need to be half that size. So what I do there is just hover over that scale area, double click, and I can override the scale. I might want that half size, like so. So that means that my text is going to get bigger. My length is going to be normal size there, 1 so to speak. So I need to perform a rescale on the text. So I OK that, click on the text to rescale it, and right click then to confirm. Notice the text gets bigger. Now I might need to edit the border of that as well. So I just double click again, border, new. So I specify a new border for that scale area, like that, and I'll OK that now, and it's bigger. But notice, look, the objects have stayed the same size, it's just the text that's got bigger. So you can see with scale areas you have to be careful sometimes, because that is now actually twice the size it would have been, that text. Look, it's not consistent with the other text. So you need to be careful how you work with those scale overrides. Length scaling, text scaling. You need to work with that and see what you can work with. So you perform a rescale or set a basic scale. So with text scaling there, if I set a basic scale like that and OK that, you'll see that that's the basic scale size now for that scale area. So you need to just be careful there with scale areas and scale overrides. And remember that when you go to the View here on the menu bar, Viewports, Scale Monitor, you can actually check what's going on there. So the scale is 1 to 2, and the length scaling there is 1, and the text scaling is 2. So I'll just press return to finish, and there we are. That's how you perform scale overrides and check your scales, and more importantly, utilize those title blocks that are built into AutoCAD Mechanical.